Welcome back to Handy and Capable. Today I want to talk about something deeply personal, what it's like to live with a permanent disability and a chronic illness all at the same time. Let's talk about the reality of living with cerebral palsy and a chronic illness. As many of you know, I have cerebral palsy, which is a permanent disability that affects my mobility and daily life. But what I don't talk about often is chronic illness. I also deal with recurring hernias that require multiple surgeries. This just isn't a medical issue. It's also something that affects me every single day. My stomach is constantly in pain. I wake up hurting, I go to bed hurting. And in between, I deal with fatigue, bloating, and discomfort that make it difficult to focus on anything else. Some days, even eating a small meal can be a challenge because my stomach feels like it's in knots. Other times, I struggle with keeping up my energy because my body is constantly fighting against itself. How chronic illness takes over my life. When you have a disability and a chronic illness, life doesn't stop to give you a break. I still have responsibilities, schoolwork, and goals I want to achieve. But there are days where my body just says no. There are other days when I cancel plans, not because I want to, and I don't want to be with my family and friends, but because I physically can't. And that part of life is the hardest. Feeling like I'm missing out, feeling like life is passing me by because my body won't cooperate. There are also days where exhaustion is overwhelming. It's not just physical, but emotional too. Dealing with constant pain and the cycle of surgeries is an uncertainty that I deal with every day. I hate not knowing how I'm going to feel tomorrow, and it can be really scary. Some days, it takes everything in me to keep pushing forward and not give up. Let's talk about the mental and emotional toll that it takes on you. People often think chronic illness is just a physical struggle, but it's so much more than that. It takes a toll on your mental health, too. Some days, I feel like I'm trapped in a body that's working against me. Some days, I just want to cry from frustration. It's hard to always stay strong. And honestly, there are moments when I just don't feel strong at all and want to break. But I've learned that it's okay to have these moments. It's okay to say, I'm struggling today. Please help. Because pretending everything is fine when it's not makes it even harder. Now, I want to talk about how you can support someone with chronic illness. One of the biggest things I've learned through all of this is how important support is. If you know someone with a chronic illness or disability, the best thing that you can do for them is to simply be there. Let me give you some other tips. Ask how you can help. Sometimes we just need someone to listen. Other times we might need help with practical things, like picking up food or running errands. Understand that we might cancel plans last minute. It's never personal. We're just doing what we have to do to take care of ourselves. Check in on us, even though we may seem okay. Chronic illness is invisible a lot of the time, and just because we're smiling doesn't mean we're not in pain. Be patient with us. Some days we might have the energy, and other days we won't. Having friends and family who understand that means the world to people like us. Let's keep this conversation going. I know I'm not the only one that's going through this, and I'd love to hear from you. If you live with a chronic illness or disability, what has your experience been like? How do you handle the tough days? Let's have a conversation. Leave your thoughts in a comment in the section below. I'd love to hear what everyone has to say, and who knows, your words might help someone else feel a little better and less alone. Living with a permanent disability and a chronic illness is hard. It's frustrating and exhausting, and sometimes it's really lonely. But I remind myself every day that I am more than my diagnosis. I am more than my struggles. If you're listening to this and dealing with something similar, I see you. I understand what it's like to have your body fighting against you, but remember that you're not alone. We keep going because we have to, also because we're strong enough and we can. And to everyone who supports someone with a chronic illness, thank you. Your patience, your kindness, and your willingness to be there make all the difference. If this episode has resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. And as my friend Jamie used to say, dreams and dedication are a powerful combination. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can keep having these important conversations. If you live with a chronic illness or disability, or just have an interesting topic that has to do with disability, chronic illness, or advocacy, you can contact me on Instagram or Facebook. The Instagram and Facebook are spelled just like the show name, HANDIANDCAPABLE. Until next time, bye everyone.